Good morning. How is everybody? Awesome. We're going to get going this morning. I am super excited because we are checking out one of my favorite poems. But before we do that, I want you to take a look at this Wordle, and I want you to identify at least 5 words. What are 5 words that stand out to you? And I want you to throw your answers in chat. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes and give you a chance just to kind of take a look at these words. Be thinking about what they might have to do with our poem today. If you haven't checked your email yet, I did email you a copy of the Highwayman notes. These are also found on our website, so you may want to grab those really quickly. Once you've identified those 5 words, check out your classmates' words. What are they saying? What words stand out to them? What do you think about that? Do you agree with them? Do you not? Do you like some of those words? What do you see? Fantastic, guys. So like I said, all of these words are going to relate to the poem, The Highwayman, that we're going to read today. So we've been talking a lot about diction or word choice and how that affects a text that we are reading. So this Wordle here, that's what this is called, a Wordle, gives us a look at some of those things. All right, so The Highwayman is also, it's a narrative poem, and what that means is a narrative poem tells a story. All right, so we're going to read through it. It's going to tell us a story, and based on the words that you just saw, what do you predict this poem will be about? Okay, you could draw a picture. You can even copy and paste from Google, like if you want to look for a picture there for a hint. Give me a picture, symbol, word, something that represents your prediction. Go ahead and copy and paste it right on this board where we can see. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes to complete this. All right, so before we jump in, a couple things that are happening this week is, first of all, you can kind of see what we got going on. We've got some Mastery Connect this week a couple times. The Highwayman, we're going to be spending 2 days on this particular assignment. You will have a quiz on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to look over modules 3.16, and then Friday we'll hit a Mastery Connect again. Could I get a volunteer to read our learning target for us today? So today I am reading The Highwayman so that you can identify figurative language found in the text. You'll know you get it if you can answer 9 out of 10 questions correct on your Highwayman quiz that you're having tomorrow. So this is our goal. We're going to read the text together. We're going to look for some figurative language. We're going to be doing some breakout rooms. And then we're going to be taking a quiz. And by then you should be able to master this. Our mini lesson today, our skill review today is going to be rhyme scheme. Now this is an older skill, but it's really important. I want to refresh your memory of this because we do talk about rhyme scheme when we're looking at poetry. So rhyme scheme is finding the patterns of the final words or sounds in the lines of a poem. So we take the last word, right, of a poem, and we're going to assign it a letter. So those of you who enjoy math, you actually kind of like this because it's very formulaic, right? There's a formula to it. So just like the alphabet starts at A, we're going to start at A. So for example, peas, porridge, hot. Remember, we're only focusing in. Let's see if it'll actually let me highlight here. Yay. I don't know where it went. Okay, we're only focusing in on those last words. So hot is the first last word in our poem here. So that is going to be an A. We're going to give it an A. Now my second word is cold. So here's the question. Does cold rhyme with hot? If it did, I would give it the rhyme scheme A. But it doesn't. Cold and hot don't rhyme. So it gets its own letter, B. Let's keep reading here. Please porridge in the pot. So now I have to look and go, does pot rhyme with hot? Or does pot rhyme with cold? So I can see that pot rhymes with hot, right? And because they rhyme, right, I'm going to make it A. So both of these, by having two A's, that tells me that both of those words rhyme together. And then last but not least, 9 days old. So I need to go backwards and I say, okay, does old rhyme with hot? No, it doesn't. But does old and cold rhyme? Yes, they do. So because cold and old rhyme, I'm going to mark it a B. So when asked to look at this poem, to analyze it, to find the rhyme scheme, my answer would actually be an A, B, A, oh goodness, sorry. Oh, it doesn't want me to do it. A, B, A, there we go. Ah! I'm having issues. A, B, A, B, A. A, B, A, B. You get the gist, friends. Oh my goodness, why is it? There we go. A, B, A, B is the rhyme scheme. Okay? Now, let's put this to practice. Let's see if we've got it. On your own, I want you to read this stanza from Casey at the Bat, and I want you to use your polling tools. Okay, so we're going to use our polling tools to figure out what is the rhyme scheme of this poem. So once you think you have your answer, use your polling tools. So we've got place, which would be an A. Face, face rhymes with place. Hat does not rhyme with place, so it gets a new letter, bat. So if you said answer choice B, you, my friends, are correct. Okay. So as we read The Highwayman, we're going to be looking at rhyme scheme. We're going to be figuring out what that is. So, when you take a look at this picture, so think about the words we've already talked about, plus this picture. What are some things that you notice? Remember, one strategy when I'm looking at graphics is I like to divide my graphics into quadrants, into 4 parts, okay? This really helps me focus in. So when I look at this quadrant number 1, okay, what do I really see here? I see that it's nighttime. I see that there's snow. If I look down here, we can make this quadrant 2. Again, we see snow, we see shadows, right? To add to the night, we see our horse. Now, there's a lot of details in 3 here. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of details here in 3. Okay. So we can get a picture of time period, of setting, right? He's wearing a sword, he's wearing older gear, he's got his hat on, he's got his mask on. And 4, again, leads to our time period because he's riding a horse, right? He's not riding a car. So The Highwayman is about a dashing thief, a beautiful young woman, and a jealous eavesdropper, and how they cross paths. what is an eavesdropper? Let's make sure we know what this word means first. If you guys said that an eavesdropper is somebody who's like listening in, like you might eavesdrop on your parents. Maybe you got in trouble and they're talking about you in the kitchen and you kind of are sneaking around the corner. You're listening to try to find out what your punishment's going to be. Right? Okay, that's eavesdropping. You overhear things. You're kind of sneaky about it. So all three of these characters, thief, beautiful woman, and the eavesdropper, are going to cross paths in the highwayman, which is a narrative poem. So remember that narrative poem means it's a storytelling poem by Alfred Noaes. All right, so as you study this text, we're going to look at a few things. Theme, which you should know theme, as we've talked about theme several times. Goodness, if I could. As the theme is the message, right? I'm not going to write this all out because it's not liking me very much, but you have the idea here. Theme, the message. Word choice or diction, and the structure, right? How it's organized. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just watch this poem once, all right? And I want you to be looking at the setting, looking at the mood, looking at how those things are created. All right, let's brainstorm together. What did you notice about the theme? The author's word choice or the text structure. So again, guys, I'm going to let you use your tools, and I'm going to have you write on the board here. You can use words, you can use pictures, you can use phrases. Just what did you notice about these things? What were some things that stood out to you? You're going to have 2 minutes to work on this. All right. Now that we've looked at all of those things, you've watched it, we've talked a little bit about it, I want us to work on this together, okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to number the stanzas. So what's going to happen is we're going to do this slide together. Then you're going to be working in a small group in breakout rooms to do another part. At the end of this, we're going to do a gallery walk. So it's a virtual gallery walk, so you're going to go to each breakout room and complete the chart. This is a copy of what was emailed to you. Complete the chart that goes with it. So, stanza number 1. We need to label the rhyme scheme of the poem. So, we've got trees, which is A. Gosh, there has to be a better way to do this. Let me look. Hey, that's fun. Trees, which is A, right? Let's get this. Okay. Seas and trees rhyme. More does not rhyme. Now, careful. Writing is C. Writing's repeated, so it's still C. And door. What does door rhyme with? B. All right. So, a couple things. Galleon is a sailing ship used by the Spanish in the 1500s and 1600s. So now what I want us to do is I want you to identify 3 metaphors within this text. In just the stanza, let's go ahead and use our tools. Write those metaphors. Actually, no, put them in chat. Go ahead and put the metaphors in chat. But make sure, guys, you don't just tell me, what the metaphor is. What are you comparing? What 2 things specifically are we preparing? Okay. So now what I want us to do is you are going to work in pre-designed groups. So I've already done your groups for you. And you're going to have 10 minutes to complete the slide in your room. So group A, this is going to be your slide. Group B, group C, group D. Okay, group E and F. So there's a lot of groups, and G. Once that 10 minutes is open, is over, you're going to have some time to visit all of the breakout rooms. I'm going to let you move around.